Welcome to In the Know. The Pelicans have signed Cody Zeller. I'm here to break down what that means and what they're going to do next. So stay tuned. All right, Pelicans fans. The Pelicans have announced an agreement with free agent center Cody Zeller for $3.1 million. Cody Zeller of Excel Sports, which is, I don't want to say notable, but kind of notable. CJ is also an Excel client. Trey is also an Excel client. The Pelicans have worked really well with Excel in the past. So I would not surprised if a good relationship played a role in landing Cody. Cody has played with James Borrego in Charlotte. I believe he played with CJ in Portland for a time as well. And he's just someone that's going to come in and be a professional, expected to take up the backup big role. I don't know how many minutes he's going to get if the Pelicans have a legitimate starting center on the team. I think it's going to be similar to what Billy Hernangomez or Jackson Hayes saw, just someone that's a breaking case of emergency type of big man that can provide a solid professional presence. And, honestly, if the Pelicans are relying on him to play big minutes, then something has gone very wrong. I would not expect this to be a high possession player. So just someone to shore up the end of the bench, knowing that Jackson Hayes has now gone to the Los Angeles Lakers. They no longer have Billy Hernangomez, so you're going to have backup center some way, somehow. Unfortunately, what this does is this puts the Pelicans in the luxury tax. Right now, they are about $6 million, a little over $6 million into the luxury tax. Now they can get that amount reduced by waiving Garrett Temple, but they would still be about $1 million, just over $1 million into the luxury tax. They would have 2 roster spots to fill. Actually, just 1 roster spot in that situation, but they would still be over. So there are more moves to come. Obviously, the easiest pathway is to move Kyra Lewis. If they move Kyra Lewis into a team that can take his salary, or they get back a smaller salary in return for Kyra, then they can perhaps bring on 1 or 2 minimum level players. And I think that, you might be looking at EJ Liddell getting a real roster spot. Maybe if they need to, they're giving Darion Sebron a real roster spot. Too early to say regarding, who those players might end up being. Also something just to be aware of if the Pelicans are trying to swing any kind of trade. Today there's a lot of talk about Jarrett Allen. They have to swing a trade that brings back less money than they're sending out, and perhaps a considerable amount of less of money that's fewer. That's less than, I'm bad at language, than they're sending out. You get the point here. More money goes out, less money comes back, and it has to be a significant difference. And then they'll have room under the tax to sign EJ, sign Sebron. But again, they're very much limited in what they can do because of this whole tax situation. And so I think it's something to monitor if they feel comfortable going into the season with their toes into the tax, because at some point they will have to get out of it unless they're a very, very good team. And in that case, then, maybe they're just kind of hanging in there and ownership can be convinced to pay it. But I do think it's a little bit tougher to escape the tax later than it is now, but I don't think there's any rush to move Kyra. I think that deal is going to be there in August too. It doesn't have to be done on July 3rd. So that's kind of where I'm at regarding to the tax. We'll have a couple more shows on some of the more interesting topics. Obviously, Jarrett Allen, the Dame Lillard trade request. There's going to be a lot to discuss, but for now, Cody Zeller, a Pelican, backup center, Pelicans in the tax. They are searching for a way out. More to come. Thanks for watching.